For most business enterprises, having a system that eliminates redundancy and reduces costs is key to business growth. Companies, therefore, adopt software modules that integrate systems within the organization to promote seamless integration of all the information flowing through a company.
ERP systems were born in the 70s when organizations, mainly in the manufacturing, in the private industry, were looking for systems to support their production processes. And they were called Materials Requirement Planning Systems, MRP. Then after a few years, the realization came that when you produce goods or even when you deliver services, it's not just about products, it's about people. It's about time, it's about utilities, electricity, water. So organizations started thinking about enterprise resource planning systems, which is the resource can be any resource in the organization.
ERP systems, basically that stands for Enterprise Resource Planning Systems, are basically software that are tailored for businesses that cover the wide range or spectrum of business operations that are basically being undertaken by a business. Now, when you look at typical segments, like for instance in the manufacturing area or the fast-moving consumer goods area, each of these areas has its own kind of unique functionality. And what the ERP systems do is basically enable businesses to manage their information in a way that would enable management to, make decisions, create standards within the organization.
ERP systems can now be found in non-manufacturing businesses, non-profit organizations and governments. The systems now attempt to cover all core functions of an enterprise, regardless of the organization's business or charter.
An ERP system, what we would do in one instance would be to take an activity right from its inception and see it through, follow through the various processes that it undertakes, culminating into what would become the end result. This helps organizations to manage their processes, their efficiencies, their tasks, as well as the accounting transactions that take place in that process.
Ideally, ERP delivers a single database that contains all data for the various software modules that typically address areas such as manufacturing, financials, project management, human resources, customer relationship management, and data services.
Today, these activities are taking place within the compasses of one system. Thus, business managers or owners of business or proprietors are able to look at their financial information as well as their activity information and what they would be able to, or how they will be able to measure their performances by ongoing activities and existing financial performance, and be able to review and position their businesses at an advantage place in the marketplace.
And while identification and configuration of the correct ERP system is crucial, the results have been beneficial to companies that are using them.
The benefit of having an ERP system is that one is you'll be defining your standards, right? You'll enable the business to have better controls. We've had a lot of people actually benefiting, like for instance from our software. They're actually saying that it has actually helped them reduce or minimize fraud. Because if you know that this particular item, you can know exactly this is what I have in stock. And you can know, for instance, you can actually have a planning, an inventory reordering management capability. Then you are actually able to manage, minimize fraud in terms of your stocking. And then at the same time, you're also able to plan better in terms of how you're procuring your goods.
As businesses become more technologically savvy, the use of ERPs is expected to increase across the board.